In the first week of May 2025, India launched Operation Sindoor, a barrage of precision missile and drone strikes into Azad Kashmir. The government claimed it was a surgical, non-contact campaign targeting terror infrastructure. It was fast, clinical, and broadcast with pride across Indian media. Prime Minister Modi addressed the nation, invoking Lord Shiva and promising that the enemies of peace will not be spared. As election rallies surged across Bihar, the message was clear: India had struck back decisively. But within days, the response came, and it was far more devastating than many in New Delhi had expected. On the morning of May 10th, Pakistan initiated Operation Bunyan al-Marsoos, a coordinated military retaliation. What began as radar activity in Indian airspace quickly turned into one of the most intense aerial engagements the region had seen since 1971. Pakistani fighter jets, primarily Chinese-made JF-17 Block 3 and J-10C aircraft, executed precision strikes against high-value Indian Air Force assets. In less than 4 hours, 7 Indian jets were downed. Among them were 4 Dassault Rafales, the pride of India's air arsenal, reportedly intercepted and hit using PL-15 air-to-air missiles, guided by advanced Chinese AWACS systems operating from the Western Front. The loss of the Rafales sent shockwaves through Indian defense circles. These were not obsolete MiGs. These were frontline fighters, and they had been neutralized in their first real combat scenario. 2 batteries of India's Russian-made S-400 Triumph missile defense systems, deployed near Pathankot and Udhampur, were overwhelmed, using a swarm of low-cost drones and high-speed decoys to saturate the system. Pakistani forces managed to breach the air defense bubble. Cruise missiles followed, striking the S-400 installations and knocking them out of action. The destruction of such high-end systems not only dented Indian military capability but also raised uncomfortable questions in Moscow and New Delhi about battlefield effectiveness. Indian media tried to contain the fallout, reporting limited engagements and successful interceptions. But on social media and independent defense forums, the damage was undeniable. Satellite images showed burnt out hangars and smoke plumes rising from what had been high-value installations. Pakistan's military framed the operation not as escalation, but as measured deterrence. A message, they said, that no strike would go unanswered, and that technological superiority was not absolute. By late evening, both countries announced a ceasefire. No official details were shared. Back-channel talks, likely involving the US and China, had cooled tempers. But beneath the surface, something had shifted. India had launched a bold, high-tech operation. Pakistan had responded with lethal precision, exploiting vulnerabilities that many assumed didn't exist. For the first time in decades, the balance of power looked uncertain.